Okay.
Today we canceled our session, so I got so many messages. We couldn't see that recording, why it didn't happen.
Acha.
So I
Okay.
decided not to cancel any session
Acha. Okay.
because people are referring recording this because of um, timings issue. Na? They are not
Acha. Acha.
outside India.
Correct. Correct.
So meanwhile, so let's discuss agenda of today's session. Uh, Before commencing this session, do we have any question, any query?
No, Sachin, no additional queries. I'll explore more, maybe. Yeah. Then.
So what we have done in previous session, uh, just looking at that point. So in previous session, I just created just hmm, AutoML. We just created AutoML for regression and classification. So this automation is what? This automation is inbuilt portal or inbuilt like service of Databricks, and we can explore more about this. Like it will automatically train our data set, will suggest several models, will give it output, perform accuracy, and then we can go beyond this model. So in previous session, just wait. In previous session, we had just included AutoML for regression and classification, whereas in today's session, we will explore more about this coding part. Just wait, I'm sharing link to the one candidate.
Okay.
So, what exactly we are going to perform here? Today's session, we will include first what exactly we will include Python API. Through Python API, we will explore ML task. And what exactly we are going to aim? We are going to aim classification and regression through code only. Through code, and this would be like entirely from the scratch. We will start every code from the scratch. We won't use AutoML in 2 day sessions. So apart from this, we will create our model from the scratch. We will work on our own data set. What is the name of data set? That is that telecom customer data on which we are working day one, since day one. So we will have explore these terms. So what we are going to perform here, we are going in previous session we explore data AutoML for regression and classification. It was giving accuracy and model and creating endpoints. As far as in today's session, we are going to create Python API for our machine learning task. Through this code, we are going to perform classification and regression, and we'll use our telecom dataset, customer dataset from the scratch, which we have created here. Anyone, any question?
No, this is fun, Sachin.
Okay. So few more people have joined this session now. So I'm going to explore this agenda of today's session. In previous session, what we have done, in previous session we explored. Oh, just wait, just wait. So in previous session, we explored regarding AutoML for regression and classification. We just created a model or train our data set, and it's generating so many n number of models. It's depicting their accuracy, their performance, their R2 square, their statistic features, and their respective Python API, Python code it's generating, and creating endpoint for this as well. Later on, we just explore this inbuilt service for various purpose. For example, we can deploy for our fast API, we can deploy for other data set, we can train this model for other purpose as well. In today's session, we are going to explore Python API for same task. We are not going to use AutoML. Rather, we are going to use Python API ML task, machine learning task. For this, we are going to explore classification and regression code through Python, but won't use this inbuilt service there. As far as this data set is concerned, we will use the same data set which we are using since day one. That is telecom customer data set. Is there any question, any query from either side? I'm open to discuss. Anyone?
Any other, I mean, libraries also or underline of Databricks AutoML we have to be used.
Can you say it again?
I'm audible?
Yes, but your voice is lagging something.
Yeah, yeah. So, Sachin, actually, in our AutoML, regarding the regression and classifications, all those things are already automated. I mean, whatever we have to be performed, so that task is already under hood of the umbrella like a UI. Okay. But now time, if we are going with the Python API ML task, so are we using again AutoML or any have the separate API source? I
We
mean,
have separate
library
API.
source.
We will
Okay,
write
okay.
every code from the scratch. We will create our model. We will train as per our epoch. We will choose select our parameters. We will train our data set. That would be custom data set, and we will create epochs and number of epochs, and everything would be
Mhm.
customized.
Okay, okay. Got
But
it.
as far as this like we can clean our data set. For example, before going through this ML, if you want to perform some pre-processing task or clean your data, transformation needs to be performed, so we can go through this Python API.
Okay, got it.
As far as
Yeah.
this AutoML is concerned, GenAI apps are available. Forecasting through your time series dataset. Classification is there. Regression option is there, and custom model training is also there. Only five. As of now, five options are there in this experiment in this AutoML. If you need to go for advanced cleaning or transformation, you will have to go this Python API code.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Any other question, any other doubt?
No, I'm good, Sachin now.
Hmm. So before going through this code, let me show my compute resource which I created here. If you will start this cluster, you make sure this must be from machine learning only. Otherwise, few APIs will not work, few functions will not support. You won't be able to run your customized code, and your final training won't be perform successfully. Why I'm saying so? Because when you will look at this library, if you look at this library here, you will find several libraries are installed in this cluster. So cluster is what? It's a set of computer. So here in set of computer, we have already inbuilt libraries are there. In my in my cluster, this configuration, I would say configuration is the correct word for this. When I select this library, if you want to install some new library, for example, I want to install any GenAI. Okay, let's just wait, few people are waiting in queue, allow me to. Okay, so whenever I'm having this code, this Python package. For example, let's take any other library. For example, I need to install this NumPy. So this is very novice example. Of course, this would be installed in my cluster, but I'm giving an example. I want to install this this package in my cluster. So what I'll do, I'll write NumPy here and install. So this it will take few seconds only, and it will install NumPy in my cluster. But install, if you go back here, install again py and py package is here. And for example, you want to use some new library or some new inbuilt functions which is not available in your cluster. You can come back here in package option and you can write it here. So that's option is available here. NumPy, can you see? It's showing green check, means it is now installed in my cluster. Through this cluster, you don't need to write that import numpy as np. You can directly use this np dot random or any relevant function which is available, which needs to be imported from numpy. So as far as this installation is concerned, this machine learning cluster is very much important thing. So first and foremost, keep in mind you are creating cluster that must be from machine learning only. So there are other challenges. For example, this would be 12.4 LTS onwards, and your node type must be DS3v2, and this should be Unity catalog available, and so on. Let's go for workspace. Any doubt through this cluster part?
So one question, is there any mechanism whenever we will spin up the cluster, there will be certain utilities will be auto installed?
Uh, can you say it again?
For example, you need pandas and numpys to be installed whenever you are going to spin up the cluster so that you do not
No,
have.
no, no, no. I was just giving an example that you can install your custom library as well. But these libraries are already installed. You just name it, they are already there in this configuration. If you click on this compute resource, uh, for example, Cbon. So you don't bother about this Cbon. It would be already installed there. If you are stating this is machine learning cluster, this would be already there.
Okay, okay, okay.
For
If it,
example, this TensorFlow. So of course, this would be already there if you are creating with machine learning cluster.
okay,
You're
okay,
starting with machine
okay,
learning.
okay,
For example, if you are naming at any matplotlib, so that would be already there in this. You don't need to bother about this.
okay,
You don't need to come back here because I was telling that you need to install. You will have to library and install. You know that's not required.
okay.
Or
Got it.
for example, AutoML. AutoML is also kind of Python API, so you don't need to install it manually. So this would be already there in machine learning if you are using this machine learning Databricks runtime LTS.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to my. Let's delete all these stuff. Move to trash. Now I'm going to import this library and going to create a new notebook. So this would be exit understanding seed. So through AutoML, I'm going to use regression Databricks Python API. So this will be using AutoML, but Python API, not exactly Python like this one, drag and drop or something. Okay. So what exactly? So I'm going to what what would be the first thing? I need to create a schema for database. So this would be first task. I will have to create my schema. So I'll go here. I'll paste this schema. Here it is. So I'm going to import my PySpark code. This will be importing all the respective functions. Then I'm going to create my schema for my data set. This would be customer ID, gender, senior, citizen, partners, question and answer. Now go back. How can you see that where is this location? If you click on this catalog, previously it was data flow, but now it is a catalog. Click on your catalog July, which where we are working, then DevOps July, then master data. If we explore this master data, you will find here we have all the respective columns. If you want to see overview, can you see this is showing all the respective values, right? If you want to see sample data set, you will find respective columns and values are showing here. All right, question and answer. But what exactly I'm going to upload, where I'm going to upload? I'm going to upload in my DBFS. So what is DBFS? This is Databricks file system. So if you go back here in my file store, here I'm having customer data. Okay. So I'm showing again how to upload this customer data here. So here I need to upload this data from my local hard disk. Uh, End-to-end project, telecom customer churn, and that's done. Can you see this is showing here? Copy path. This would be location of my Spark API format, and then I'll paste it here. Can you see? If I paste it here, this would be location here, and I need to paste replace through this one. This is what this is going to read through my PySpark code. This would be Spark read option where I'm going to use Spark code. This is going to read my CSV file. This is format. This format might be Parquet. This format might be Delta. This format might be Arvo. This format might be text. This format might be Excel, PDF, any format. N number of formats are there. But I'm going to import this file in CSV format. Schema 1, which we have decided here, we have created above, which would be same schema, same column names as we uploaded the data. Telecom customer churn.csv is there. This is file location. Yours might be different. Your file location might be different. So you just keep in mind that you will, are you copying or are you giving correct path location from your DBFS or not? So what exactly I'm going to here? I'm going to browse DBFS, file store. Inside this file store, copy path, copy this path and close it, and going to paste it here. Rather, I'll have to paste it here in same context. So I need to remove this DBFS, which is not required. So this is variable name where I'll store, which will consist of all rows and columns, all fields and all uh, column values. So I'm going to run this cell, and later on we can run this data set as well. Any question till here?
No, it's fine.
Can you see? It's showing fine. If you will expand this tab, you will find so many things are there. You have your data set, you have your customer ID, you have your column names, your field names are there. In last, we have churn and question and answer. So we are going to view our data set. Not only this data set, but you can see their respective data type is also matching. For example, tenure is not a string, but what will happen if you will not provide your schema 1 here? Can you see above in schema 1? We have defined this integer type here. We have defined this double type here. We have defined this double type here. If you won't define this respective column name, column data type, field data type, this will display in a string format only. These fields will be in a string format only. Otherwise, you will have proper schema, proper database will be there. So this is very important step before importing your data. I can directly import this data as well, but all fields will be in string format as well. Otherwise, I will not create this schema one. Let's then run this telco customer churn. You can see all the columns are showing here. Okay. Now in previous sections also we have seen we want to display current databases in which we are located. So we want to display current database. So what I'll do, I'll write spark.catalog.current database. This will display all this. Can you see? It's showing default. Now I want to show current display current catalog, for example. Catalog GUE. I want to display current catalog. I'll write spark.catalog.current catalog. Can you see? It's showing this one, which is incorrect. So why incorrect? Because when you go back here, can you see this is showing Metastore July 22, and this is DevOps DLT July 22. This is our catalog. So we need to mount into correct catalog. How would you mount to the current catalog? To this catalog, anyone? Anyone? Do you remember that code which we discussed in earlier sessions that how to mount to the respective catalog? DevOps DLT July. Mount to different catalog. So I'll have to use spark.sql, then use catalog hive metastore. I'm going to use this hive metastore, this one, because if in case my external storage is not defined, if your external storage is defined, you can use this storage. Can you see it's showing hive metastore? Now I'm going to mount to different database or schema. Both are synonym to each other. So what I'll write is
So Sachin, you will create a new catalog and you will copy the table from previous catalog to new catalog. Is that the process?
yes. If
Okay.
you want to mount through this one, so you can go back here and you can write this one, dav July DLT July as well. No such maybe create catalog.
You have to create a new catalog and then you have to create a table under that catalog.
Yes, but that's already there. Let's run. Hmm. So we created that. This might be. Hmm. Yes, they created. Oh, this is catalog July 22. I mounted wrong catalog, and I'll have to give this one. That was a schema name. Catalog July 22 was our exactly now. So mount to catalog Ju- July 22 quotes quotes this one. Now I'm going to create, not create, but if not exist. Okay. Now I want to mount to this one, to this, which one inside this, which one is there, DevOps DLT July, or make it here, mount to database schema DevOps DLT July. So what I'll write spark.sql. I'll use catalog name. I'll provide this one, not catalog, that schema name, schema, and then give schema name. Schema DevOps GLT July is not there. Okay. Okay. Now go back above here. Let's display current database. Here we have current database. Here we have current database of Hive Metastore. Okay. This is showing Hive Metastore because that might be not external storage might not be there. Might not be inbuilt there. Is there any question, any query?
No, it's fine. Problem.
What should I catalog? Now, can you just wait? Use catalog of July 22. This one. This is use the schema. This one. Now I'm going to run this current database. This is DevOps, and this is now under the umbrella of catalog July 22. Now I'm going to use this catalog July 22, and this is schema DevOps July 22. Anyone, any question till here? Let me check portal. Yes.
No, Sachin, it's fine.
Okay. So once we have mounted to respective catalog, so we need to display data set again. Okay. So this is going to display. Okay. So this is make sure you have correct database here. Their data type must be correctly mentioned here. So here we have tenure in 123 in integer format. If you scroll down, you have question and answer. If you want to give summary or kind of summary you want to display, so you can come back here. Here we have summary and respective values. If you summary of data set. Here we have summary. What kind of null values is there? Any other statistical value? If you want to count respective numbers, here we can see 10,000 records are already there. If you want to display number name of columns, so I'll write data frame name, that variable name, and that columns. So this will display all the column names. You can use these column names for further purpose also. If you want to display their data types, so data set, data frame, fields, data type. So I'll have to write my data frame name, telco customer churn, then d types, and hit run. It will display all the respective column names and their data type. Is that clear?
Yeah.
If you want to display whether it is data frame or singular value or any other thing, so you can go back here and check this telco customer df, this data frame. It will display this is PySpark SQL data frame. So this is not a singular identity, this is not some vector, this is not some delta or some other character. It's kind of data frame only. Okay, now I want to display display uh, distinct values of each columns. How can I do that? So, for example, I have so many columns here: partner, dependence, tenure. So I'm going to display their respective distinct values in each column, in each field. How many distinct values are there? For example, in this one, here you can see gender is only male and female showing. Is there anything else which is available in this column? So I can go back here and check the distinct values. So what's the objective here? To find the distinct value, I want to show whether it is consisting of any null values or any other values which is kind of outlier or kind of misvalues or mismatch to that respective field. So I want to display distinct values of each one. So I am going to run this for loop. This for loop will be there. Test this one, this one. Can you see? Inside, first it's showing inside customer ID, in online backup, in string TV. These are all columns names. If you go up, you will find inside customer ID, we have distinct IDs. Inside this one, can you see? Can you see? In gender, we have male and female and null, which means third values are also available. Null values are also available. Distinct values in column senior citizen, it seems there are only two columns, 1 and 0, but null is also there, which we need to fix it before going through that regression part. We need to fix this partner column as well. It's a consisting of no yes, but also null is. So that it will create problem. You cannot go with this null values. So we are going to perform pre-processing part before going through this ML model and all. Is this connecting to everyone?
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Sachin, please go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. So I'm going to, once I know my data set is consisting of so many null values, so I'm going to drop all null values from respective fields. So for this, I'm going to use this data frame. I'm going to override this data frame, and through this existing data frame, I'm going to deploy this drop NM. And where is subset means I'm going to provide all the column names here. So this is not the optimal solution, or I would say this is not the best solution. We know some other options are also available. For example, you can replace by mean, median, mode with this null value. You can replace with some constant values as well. So you can replace with other context. For example, replace replace null values with what? With number one, constant value, or we can replace with mean value, which is average, or we can replace some mod, which is again alternate solution. What other options are there? Anyone with which we can replace our null values?
Interpolation.
Yes, interpolation. I can use interpolation. I can use interpolation method as well. Any other thing? Mean, median, mode, median is remaining. Any other? Any other option?
Feed forward.
Huh?
Feed forward.
Feed forward. Is it? Feed forward. Or you can go with maximum value or minimum value as well. There is another option available, that is just above or just below.
That means lead or lag, lag
Lead or
function.
yes, yes, that's absolutely correct. So there might be some other options, but we are not talking about this one. So we are going to explore this replacing method only. So we have replaced all our respective values. So if you go back here with this data frame, I'm going to count my rows again. With this count, I'm going to show. Can you see? This might be some rows. Okay, did I run this code? No, I didn't run this code. My bad. Now I can see it's showing 7,032. Previously it was 10,000. Now removing some rows, I can show this is consisting of only 7,030. Till here, anyone, any question? Okay, let's move to our ML part 2. Let's make it part 2 ML. or make it machine learning. So what was part 1? Part 1 was importing or ingesting data set and data cleaning. That is part 1. So with this part 2, I'm going to commence with my machine learning part. So through this machine learning, first and foremost, I'm going to divide my data set into two parts. So this is training data set and this is test DF. Okay. So through this training and test, I'm going to divide my data set into 1% and 99%. That is a random split. And this is seed is equal to 42. Anyone having any idea what exactly seed in ML machine learning? How do you interpret this CD seed?
Can you just come again once? Feed, you mean
Seed. We have seed is equal to 42. So what does it mean? How would you elaborate more? This might be interview question that seed you have included seed in your question. So understanding seed, a seed is a number used to initialize pseudo random number generated. So when you provide seed value like 42, the sequence of random numbers produced by the PRNG becomes deterministic. You get the same sequence and thus the same split every time you run the operation with the same data and seed will be there. So you are going to fix your data set. Okay. So that's why you must provide not only this 42 any constant number so that you will have same split values in your training and testing partition.
so this random split is a function under which library?
Random split might be in import library or something. Just wait, just random split. Random split. This is PySpark import rows df split. Just let me check. Let me check. This is PySpark behavior of random. This is PySpark RDD. Can you
Okay, so
see?
split
This
is
is
also
PySpark.
called. Okay.
Yes. So, but if can you see here? We didn't import any library. We didn't import any basic library as we do in Anaconda or Google Colab or something. We just directly using these functions. So we
Mm-hmm.
didn't never use this RDD or something. If you go down through this, you can see SQL data frame is there. This is PySpark SQL data frame inbuilt library, inbuilt function.
Mm. Okay. So seed is also under that. Okay. So,
Yes,
so
but
one more time.
if it were any anaconda or some other visual basic, you had to first and foremost you had to import your libraries. Then only
Mm.
you can use this. But here we are directly using this one. Why? Because our cluster is already equipped with these libraries. Now I'm again going to use from Databricks import AutoML. So I'm going to run this code, and through this cluster, it's running, but it's not showing any error. But I'm 100% sure if you will use any other, for example, I'm clicking on this compute. If by mistake you created your cluster without this ML policy, ML configuration, it will throw an error because you have not your Databricks runtime is not enabled with machine learning properties. I'm telling again. I'm going deep dive of this concept again. Why? Because this machine learning are consisting of all your prerequisite libraries here. Still, if you want to import some other libraries which is not there, you can import through this option. But that's not the way you are going to import basic libraries. For example, AutoML, for example, NumPy, Matplotlib, PySpark, TensorFlow. These are already there. Keras, these are already there in your cluster. So you don't need to import. But if some new library you need to install, you can come back here and install it here. So they are already there. For example, AutoML is already there. I'm just directly using this library. So I'm going to include this warning message as well. Check your cluster type before running following code from Databricks import AutoML. Now I'm going to create a summary for timeouts is equal to find out. I'm going to train for my target column total charges. Can you see this is my target column? I'm going to analyze my target charges. Okay, total charges. Sorry. So that would be target column because for regression you need to provide some this one. Can you see some numerical values which is like uh, not continuous. Oh, sorry, continuous values, continuous data. So through this column, total charges, I'm going to select this total charge. So it's your choice. If you want to select this monthly charge, that's your decision. You can go ahead. If you want to go ahead with this tenure, so you can go ahead with this tenure. But certainly you will get answer in decimal. So make sure you are aware about this target column, or I don't find any other column which is suitable for regression problems. That's why I just selected this total charges as timeout. So I'm going to run this. Train df is not defined. Okay, did I? Oh, I didn't run this cell. My bad. So now this is consisting train df and this is consisting of test df. And now I'm going to provide this AutoML with this regression, and this target column is this. And it is going to take around 15 minutes.
50 minutes.
Yeah, 15. Following code will take 15 minutes because it's going to train my data set. And it not only training but also creating this endpoint. Can you see it's showing experiment? If you click on this experiment, go to left, here you will find it's a training here. Can you see total charges global AutoML 29? Can you see it's a today's date 29 July, right? If I click on this experiment, it's a training my data set. Can you see it's a training through my autom, but of course this is AutoML, but not through that drag and drop option. It's using PySpark code. And also if you go down here, you will find this is in a similar way we created that AutoML. It's creating that models.
So, but when you invoke the function regress, that means it is doing the regression, right?
Mhm.
So what sort of regression is it actually?
it's a it's a training rest of the columns. For example, these columns, and excluding this one total charges. Okay, just allow me a second. I'm going to open that PPT where we had this OML section. Learning, pretty interesting. K-fold. Oh, So this is first part, regression. We are exploring there. So we are training our model through AutoML. So this is second point, notebooks, and it's also creating this MLflow experiments. I just displayed that part. It's also displaying this experiment, and on top of this, it's using my Unity catalog, and we will explore this model registry as well. After training this model, it will create model serving and batch inference as well. And you can see your model quality metrics and drift as well. Feature serving, we will see. And along with this, concurrently, it's using my Unity catalog.
Yeah, so these are peripherals, understood.
Yes,
But
yes.
when you are doing the
Mhm.
training based on which algorithm and why that algorithm?
No,
That's
that's abstract for us. Can you see with AutoML these regression models are
Acha,
available?
okay, okay. That means it will run through multiple models at
Yes, it
once.
will go
Oh,
through this decision tree. It will analyze. That's why it is called AutoML. You don't need to bother
acha.
about the models.
Okay, okay, okay.
This is also check whether this data set is compatible with linear regression or XGBoot best is giving the best accuracy or else light GBM. So this might be interview question or your this one certification question, that out of these which is Databricks AutoML is supporting which regression model. So you will have to keep in mind, at least in mind, that one, two, first one is decision tree, second one is random forest, third one is linear regression, fourth one is XGBoost, and fifth one is light GPM.
Okay. We have to be stick to these models. There are
Yes.
certain
And if
restrictions.
you go through this one, this classification as well, you will find similar kind of decision trees, random forest, logistic regression, XGBoost, light
Hmm.
GPM. So only logistic regression and linear regression name is different. That is using stochastic gradient descent.
Okay, so as of now, we are doing regression, not the classification, right?
Yes, not classification, because we
Okay.
used regress method through that AutoML.
Yes, got it.
Where you can see this which model it is going to analyze. This is mosaic of our Databricks. If you come back here, experiment, can you see in previous section it was showing only one? Can you see now where we have more than? If you see this recording, class recording earlier, na, it before going through exploring that PPT, it was showing only one model, but now it's showing more than one model. Can you see?
Yeah, correct, correct.
Anyone? Any question? Let's see. Okay. Okay. We are done. We have trained this data set through this. Just 1 minute. Now here you can see this has trained successfully. If you will log in one run, you can directly jumping or navigate to experiment part. Can you see? It's a navigate. Oh, okay. So this has been completed, might be. So if you click on this experiment, you will find this experiment part. Can you see? This is showing my experiment, and this is trained, and this is evaluated. Can you see? I have a number of. I'm going back to my. Can you see? We have these MLflow experiment. Okay, this is another experiment. I'm going to click on this. I can go through this files as well. Can you see? This is showing my data set, means my file, respective file, which is created by AutoML regression PBI file. And this is statistic summary. If you want to go through your statistic summary, you can see this training, testing, validation part. What is maximum, mean, error, and absolute example count? We can see this summary here. And an AutoML experiment completed successfully. But here we have some glitch. What's glitch here? If you come back here in your experiment runs, you can see warnings. What kind of warnings? You cannot ignore these warnings, otherwise you will get less accuracy. Can you see median? Inside the senior citizen there should be some median problem. Categorical semantic time detecting for columns. Question is kind of text semantic analysis, that is not suitable for regression or classification AML kind of. This is basically prompt for gen AI or NLP related task. We must have exclude these columns, these question and answer, or customer ID, which is consisting of unique values. So each row is having unique value inside this customer ID. We must have remove this one. Can you see unique values in category column, unique value in string column, customer ID? So we must exclude, we must have exclude these columns. Anyways, it's still giving these options training. Now I'm going to explore this source code through this part. Can you see through this notebook option? You can explore this respective model as well. Can you see? This one is providing your source code. If you click on this training data set, you can explore this coding part. Here is your light GBM regression training. Can you see? Did I answer your query? Which model it is going to use? It is using light GBM regression training. Also giving your notebook cluster, which cluster it is going to use. So it is going to use your AutoML runtime. Your target column is total charges. So this is a code generated by your Databricks,
So
your
Sachin,
PySpark.
so
Yes.
Sachin. Yeah, so Sachin, as before this particular notebook, so it is giving the definition and configuration of the cluster. Okay, so it is depend on the data on which this particular code has been executed, right?
Yes.
So it may be varied according to data size. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Definitely. For example, as we just check this PPT, inside we have n number of other algorithm models as well, but it finds that LG Light GBM is best suitable for this data set. For if you are going to train for other data set, for you might be random forest. For example, Cliff may have linear regression. For his data set, this might conclude that linear regression is the best model for this data set. Or Nidhi or Snehil may get that decision tree is the best model. So it is totally depending on data set only. And it
Okay.
is AutoML decision that which model it is going to use. And it is going to generate your Python code supporting columns, Boolean columns, numerical columns, category columns. You don't need to bother about this code. It's also exploring this hyperparameters. What kind of hyperparameters? If you are writing any research papers or anything, you can use these hyperparameters. It's a that kind of parameters lineage, I would say. Okay. If
Yeah,
you
so one question, like
yes.
it is using the light GBM, so there might be the case it has explored the other models as well, but those are
Yes.
not coming into the notebook, right?
Just wait. Train data set with regression method. Here you can come back inside experiment. You can go back, go down. Here, can you see? You have other models as well. Can you see? This is first model. If you want to explore other model, you can go back here. If you want to see third one, Bard Iskan 548, I'm going to select this one. If you find this one is the
So once you
best
go
fit
there,
for
once
you,
you select and
you can deselect. It's your choice. You want to go for second model, you can go for second model here.
suppose I clicked on the second model, right? For each model, I can find a separate notebook altogether.
Yes, of course. You can
Don't click
go,
this. Yeah.
yes, training notebooks, copy. Oh, system. Here we have this parameters, experiments. Here we have deployment part, predictions, ML model, dependencies, JSON kind of like sample data set, model, and serving endpoints, training notebook. You can download artifact. Can you see notebook, training notebook?
Yeah. Okay, but
I
once you download it, gives the notebook for all the models or only one
No,
model?
no, it's specific for this one. I'm going to import here, import, go to download, notebook training. Yes, can you see? It's showing XGBoost regression
Oh,
training,
okay, okay, okay.
right?
Yeah.
So if you go down, it will also display respective accuracy, respective
Yes, got it.
runtime.
Got it.
Yes, can you see?
Yeah, got it.
It's also showing your registry, register and everything, endpoints. We will discuss in upcoming session.
Yeah, sure.
AutoML. Here we have trained the data set for regression. We have performed this one. Okay, so let's display summary. Uh, So I'm going to print summary. With this summary, you can display your everything, your hyperparameters, your other tools and other respective things, right? For example, you want to display best model. So best model. So I'm going to use summary with best model path. So this will display best model path. Here my best model path is stored. Okay. Let's run this one. I'm going to use this best model path through this run ID. Can you see this is showing my run ID? MLflow. There would be specific run ID for each model. Not defined. This might be trial some IT. Can you see? This is your run ID. So make sure you are giving proper run ID here. So this would be unique. For me, it's a different. For you, this would be different. So I'm going to use this URL to use this model. So I'm going to check my test model, means accuracy of my model. So it's going to use artifact my test model. Can you see? I'm going to perform testing over my using this model, best model. If you go right, can you see? This is prediction. And what on the basis of this prediction, we have the correct value as this one. Total charges is 340 for first row, first record. But if you go right, here is around 332. So it's almost near about this 340. If you check second one, 312. If you go check for second value, it's a 187 and it's a 212. So it's almost near about. Not very much close, but almost close to your exact values, right? So test your model over test data. Is that connecting?
Yeah.
I want to check accuracy of this model over this test data. What is accuracy of my best model over test data? How can I check? I am going to use this PySpark ML evaluation, import regression evaluator. Through this regression evaluator, I'm going to use prediction column. Prediction is what? If you can see, this is last column is called prediction. Through this prediction column, I'm going to use my actual column, which is total charges. Matrix is R2. R2 is accuracy matrix in regression. And I'm going to use valuation R2 score on test data. And going to root mean square error through my this one. Okay. So following double accuracy. Okay. See prediction. Do we have predict df? Yes. Okay, so there might be some float and double. What actually type of error? Data set, data field might be different. Till here, anyone, any question? Double instead of float. Can you see? This is showing my accuracy. This accuracy is around 99.5%, which is very good. But as compared to actual data set, we will have to improve this data set. Okay. Anyone? Any question?
No, it's fine. We have to see this here.
Okay, so I'm going to download, export this one, export. Okay.
I think this data you already uploaded in the portal, no?
Yes, this is old data, and we will be using this data set for a very long time.
Oh,
go. Automation. Okay, so allow me to upload this code file. Going to upload this file. Okay, can we drop here? No, this is part 2. Part 2 AutoML. Okay, if you refresh your portal, you will find this file there.
Yeah, Sachin, regarding this portal, actually, sometime I see that some of the particular dates recording was not available. Every time I tried to refresh, today session has been started, but join link was not enabled for me. So this kind of the issue I'm facing since the last week, actually. Every time a
Mm,
new URI is going to be generated to be access I mean,
See
all
what
those
happens
recordings.
now. See what happens now. Whenever you are just let me show that point. Whenever just wait here. Whenever you are looking this one, for example, for you this would be login or join now. Something this would be. Can you share your screen, Snehil? I can
Actually,
show.
I'm no, no. Actually, I'm just using my tablet. Actually, that's
Okay.
why.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what will happen when you will join through that link now?
Hmm.
Shift T. Hmm. So when you will log in through this button, you will dive right into that portal, into that course, respective course, in your course where you have registered. And there on the left hand side, you will find similar kind of sessions here. If you scroll down left, check the date and timings. For example, the last session was cancelled. Yesterday it was cancelled. So you won't find any recording or something, but in today's session, if you will, if it is live, so you will find here, and you can it would be red, it would be
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
red enabled.
Yeah, it was happening last week already. But in the
It
last
was
week,
showing
I
red
think,
for you, it was showing red or live something.
yes, yes, yes. I directly joining from this portal only. Only I
Okay,
am facing issues on last Thursday and I think last week only for the one today and today only. That link was not enabled for me. Actually, I was able to see recording since 28th July only. There is no link was persisting me for 29th July.
sure, sure. I'll check this matter as early as possible.
Yeah.
In next session, you just be ready with your laptop or some desktop. I'll
Yeah,
allow you
actually,
to
I
share
just
your
came from my office and immediately joined from the tablet actually.
Are
So
you
I
there in
was
that? Are you there in that portal, that WhatsApp group?
yeah, yeah, I'm
Uh,
only on a WhatsApp group. Yeah.
you are
Yeah,
there?
so last, yes, 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 there.
Okay. That name, group name is Job Support Data Engineering and GenAI. Are you there in that group?
Yeah, I'm checking one second. Job support. Yes, 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 I'm
Job
there.
Support Data.
Yeah.
I shared link there only. So you can join
Okay,
through
okay.
that link also.
Yeah, yeah, sure,
Before
definitely.
2 minutes or 3 minutes ago, only 1 minute, sometimes 1 minute also, I created that link and post there in that WhatsApp group.
Sure, sure, Sachin. Definitely. I will try
If
from
anything
that.
else, I'll allow you to share that screen, your screen, and we'll You can
Yeah,
share.
Sachin, I will probably drop off, right? It's fine.